I suppose to be from Athy is in some levels to be part of a cult that travels all around the world and still be from Athy. See, this is the great thing about the Made of Athy project. It's about working class people and their contribution to art.
He has actually made a town that often gets forgotten into something which is quite unique in the world, to have that kind of extraordinary photographic record made by somebody who's turned out to be one of the great photographers of the second half of the 20th century.
It's great that we have an ambassador out there in the last, let's say, 40 years, 50 years, really, since it all started. He really has put Athy on the map.
John's history here in Dialsbar goes back a long, long way, back to my father's time. And they were personal friends, and my father got John some great photographs around the town, told him where to go and things like that. And Katie Tearswake was one of those.
Bertie was a sort of a historian, and he knew a lot of characters and people in Athy, and he was instrumental in getting all this arranged from the wake of Katie Turl. And this is why Dialsbar, I think, is a proper place to have this plaque today.
John Minihan did an incredibly important job. Outside of the art of the photographs he took, he recorded a social history of the end of the 20th century. And of course that was his introduction to Beckett. And Beckett believed he was on the same mission as John Minihan.
I'm the third generation in Dialsbar, here over 100 years now. I'm very proud man today to have the plaque for John Minihan on my pub, because there's great history with John and the pub and my father, and it's an honour to have it on the wall.
I feel like this is my Krypton. Superman used to say, I feel I'm now being revitalised back in the homestead, you know. It's always a sense of place, isn't it, you know?
John. He's a true artist, but also a true Athy man. He never forgot, John never forgot where he came from, and always came back to Athy. And in my opinion, and your opinion I'm sure, he has done Athy proud. And for that I thank him for having the foresight to document Athy in a very personal way. John returns to Athy today a very proud Athy man, and today Athy can say we are also proud of you, John. To that end, I'd like to pay tribute to John and thank him for his years and years of persistent promoting Athy through his photographs.
If any contribution I've made over the 34 years, the role of a photographer is to make people look back. Our past, like the great French writer Proust said, a photograph is a mirror with a memory. That's all we have is our memories. I've cherished memories standing outside this bar because the man who was a local historian in my eyes, Bertie Doyle, pointed me in the right direction with the cameras. And as a consequence of he had the foresight to know what I was trying to do. To me, today is as much for Bertie Doyle as it is for me. This camera I have here, my Rolleiflex, is an organic thing. You buy film, it goes into the camera, you're constantly thinking, and it only takes 12 images. Because you're supposed to think. It's not just about taking this and then it goes on to something called Facebook or Instagram or some other kind of thing. But it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to other forces out there. When I take pictures on this camera here, it belongs to me. All the photographs I took of Athy over the years are now at UCC in Cork for generations to come and scholars to look at the work. And of course its tentacles go everywhere else, through literature, to the photographs of Samuel Beckett, to Seamus Heaney, to W.H. Auden, to Gore Vidal. I mean, it's all there, to the music, to Jimi Hendrix, to this and that. My life is encapsulated for nearly 60 years over now, just taking photographs. It's a chronicle of who I am. And now, here today, you see, and many of my friends, and in fact, who are here, and their sons are coming up to me and shaking my hand because I photographed their dad, and that's really kind of very special. And I thank you again to everyone for coming down, and it's just been amazing. And I don't drink anymore, funny enough. I just miss having a pint, but I gave up drinking 6 months ago. Pots of tea now. So I'll join you for a pot of tea. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Thank you very much.
A lot of people travelled to be here today. A lot of people who were in school with John, so there was like 4 or 5 generations of people all here to wish John well and thank him for his contribution to the culture of Athy and the life of Athy.